大家早上好，静英。但在这里 So yesterday, new episode of Skibidi Toilet dropped. Let's go. The episode starts at the cameraman HQ, and we see a camera engineer handing a new model of a portable camera to a speaker man. The important thing here is the text on the top right, we see transmission disabled. Because in the last episode, TV man was yapping about cutting off transmission so that the Astros don't get their location. Then below that, we see recording enabled. That is self-explanatory. If you don't get that, you low-key dumb. Then finally, on the bottom, we see translator connected, because the speaker man actually came up with a technology to understand the Skibidi and speaker man language. And hey, what did I say last analysis? I got that spot on, man. Like, I'm not biased, but I think that deserves a sub. Anyways, another speaker man gives a translation device to the engineer cameraman to see if it works and test it with the chopped Skibidi. From episode 78, it obviously works. But what was the Skibidi toilet doing, bro? Why he trying to rizz up the engineer-y? Then the detective steals the device to go play with it, blah, blah, blah. Lil Bro is such a diddy blood for that. He is definitely going to play blocks fruits with his Skibidi homies while having a... What is most likely going to happen is we are getting new scenes in full season where the detective is going to be watching the old episodes with translations. People are also checking EP 60 to see if there are subtitles, but I don't think Boom is going to put the subtitles because it wouldn't make sense because we don't got the device yet in EP 60. So, I think we are going to get new secret scenes in the full season. Next, we see massive TV man teleporting Tia's base stuff to somewhere, probably the TV base, because it is the least likely place to get found. Or there could be a new cameraman base underground. And the TV man is low-key mad because he's been teleporting things to new base and Lil Bro needs to chill out. Bro is crashing out like his race didn't just lose their Titan, but also gave them access to our transmission. Now hey, if it was me, I would just humble my down and be happy I'm still in the alliance, but nah. Lil Bro is straight up increasing his tone. Like he didn't just do a generational fumble, they cameraman, low-key, need to jump his ass to humble him. Then an Astro sword man is caught by the cameraman lasers, and what was Blood doing there? He is not a part of the team. But actually, how did he get there? Could the massive TV man do another fumble and accidentally teleport him? I don't think that is the case, because he is just moving stuff to a new place. What actually could have happened is that we have a traitor, or was the Astro just flying and he happened to stumble into the camera base accidentally? What is most likely is the Astros got a new tech to analyze the memory of fallen soldiers. Okay, do I need to side-bow guys and stop making theories? Just analyze TS. Anyways, we actually get an upgraded new simp cameraman. At Phi SRT, I thought TS wasn't simp because he doesn't have his brown coat, but if you look on the right of his capsule, it says, and S1M PCH4D cameraman. We don't know if it is just upgraded brown simp cameraman, or if it is a new cameraman. If we look at the tie, it is definitely the same color, but his brown coat is missing. This is an important feature of him, because a long time ago, he was just called Brown Cameron. So I don't know if Boom would just remove his coat since it's iconic. Also, he doesn't simp anymore, but I think he still likes TV woman, and he is just trying to rizz her up, but I'm not a professional into relationships. Like, I analyze Skibidi toilet for fun, bro. Then we get an alarm, because the Astros are already here, and this is similar to episode 50. But can we appreciate the builder cameraman for a second here? Let me pull up a comparison of these bases. Bro, the old base looks like my apartment, a sad, small place, but in Tia's episode, it actually looks like a real engineering base. Like the builder cameraman have been working overtime to build TS, and now they need to leave. Damn. What happens next is that a TV man is yapping about how they needed more time and blah blah blah. Stop with the excuses. You're just slow. Then we see a Skibidi mutant, the same from before, and he is angry at the Astro toilets because they ruined his fit, and low-key TS guy is a W character, hope he survived the invasion. Then we go to the battlefield, and TS is a throwback to episode 50, but now nobody is saving the Alliance. Then the buff mutant shows up, and did bro increase his trend dosage, like his biceps look like they increased in size by 50%. And he smashes a Astro sword head into the camera wall base. And bro, couldn't you just laser him? A cameraman working minimum wage painted that wall, and you just ruined his work. Good job. Then we get an upgraded mafia mutant walking into the scene while saying shit like what doesn't kill you gives you aura and Saibao. Please. How can bro look so nonchalant while saying TS shit? Like you can't be doing this. Anyways, I think this guy is the guy selling steroids to the buff mutant and Hugo Boss, because he appeared back in episode 77, and in 2 episodes of him being there, the buff and buzzsaw mutant got massively bigger. Then Michael Jackson shows up and mafioso taps him on his head while saying, "Well done." King and buff mutant joins in the glaze and says, "Good one, Mike." This is a reference to the troll leak boom posted before this. Then Astro planes show up and bitch-ass Duchess shows up. The cameraman trow everything at the Duchess, but she just puts up a shield and sadly blocks it, while saying, "Fools. You have no idea who is coming." And G-Man also said something similar to this. I hope the Duchess being G-Man's daughter theories are not going to be true. Also, while saying this, she is sitting on the camera base, and she killed Robert Cameraman F in the chat for him trying to save the base all by himself. Anyways, Watchman of Doom pulls up and straight up puts us in our place. The shield we used on our base got one tapped, and that shield also looks close to the Astro shield, but without as much power, so hey, at least the Alliance is advancing. Next, we see him use his arm cannon similar to Juggernaut's, but I think not as strong as Juggernaut's to use to one-shot our army. This is actually good for us. Wait, let me cook here. The cannon is obviously weaker than Juggernaut's, because it could destroy our whole army, although it did destroy a good chunk of it. Juggernaut's cannon would even take out a chunk of the base. Also, the shield does not look as strong as the red shield. It looked put together in a small amount of time. Also, the sword he uses just looks like a piece of metal they took from one of their ships and just added something to it. They also didn't bother even repairing him. What I'm trying to say by this is that the Astros didn't equip him with the best tech because they know he can get uninfected. So this means we can somehow get TV Man back in our control. But I think when we uninfect TV Man, the Astros put a safety measure and strap TV Man's body with explosives. So when we uninfect him, he gets blown up. Anyways, back to the episode. What happens next is that Mecha Scientist shows up, and he actually puts up a good fight, actually deflecting Watchman's cannon blast, and TS also shows how much weaker TS cannon is compared to Juggernaut's. Then he pulls up a massive sword and one-shots the Mech Scientist. We see that Kleiner was operating it. He just barely escapes. Also, if you listen closely, you can hear Watchman breathing heavy. This is Titan TV Man. And it's kinda heartbreaking if you take it that TV Man sees everything that is happening. I hope we get a secret scene where the detective is watching infected speaker man talking, and we get translated what he is saying. Because to T's day, we don't know if he was conscious or not. Anyways, next, we get a full shot of Watchman and he's actually pretty damaged. Then Duchess yaps something to TV Man because Lil Bro is basically crying because he's killing his own people. Then Duchess laughs. Can she bow? Because we see more cameraman pull up and like our serios, like somebody humble her ass down. Damn. I hope we get to see more of the Speaker Armada. In part 2, humble her, because she is getting way too comfortable. Also, the Speaker Man is just saying to the cameraman to just leave. And I agree with him, y'all can't do nothing. But they either can't understand him because they don't got the device yet, or they are ignoring him and following what Plunger Man taught them. And like, I get that Plunger Man is a G, but like, can we be real for a second and stop dragging Plunger Man's ideas? Anyways, next Astro planes show up with thin screens, and this represents the difference in technology perfectly. They had the TV technology for like 2 days, and already they have better TVs than the TV Man. The TV are so good, in fact, that they somehow ignore our glasses and turn off the portable camera. I don't know if the engineers were slacking and just forgot to put the lens there, or they can actually pierce the lens. But Duchess is wearing Sunny Star glasses, so they must already have had a more advanced lens or something. This could also just be cut off to the part 1, and in part 2, it just has no effect. But I'm getting a bit too ahead. Because this bitch Duchess is taking this as vacation, she is crazy putting on her star glasses and chilling while the Alliance soldiers are dying. Also, I hope we all know that camera woman is dying in the next part of this episode. Anyways, that was all. Make sure you like and subscribe. Blah, blah, blah. Elite egg out.